Hi folks, top tip before I go on about and continue on my leadership stream this week. Food is fuel. I've just come away from having a squash game with a good friend of mine and got absolutely smashed, which I don't particularly enjoy. Run ragged around the court, won one game out of, I'm not telling you how many we played, but food is fuel. You need to make sure that you put fuel into your body to actually be able to perform. So yeah, I didn't, and I suffered, and note to self. But hey, continuing on the conversation with regards to leadership, and the one thing I want to talk about today is the book that I'm reading, John Maxwell's The 21 Laws of Leadership. One of the laws that he talks about, law number 4, really does resonate with me, and particularly in my military background, and it's the law of navigation, and not necessarily what you think straight away. He uses the analogy of Edmondson and Scott and their race to the pole, and the fact that Edmondson had a huge amount of planning put in place, to the finest detail before he went away and did it, and Scott, quite conversely, didn't. And you all know the story. Ultimately, when Scott and the team got there, they were over a month late, and never were able to make the return journey. Sadly, all perishing, 150 miles away from the end. And the point there was about the preparation, knowing the journey, knowing what the plan is in terms of the leadership, and being able to lead along that set plan. I come from a career where planning is an absolute fundamental. The level of detail and methodical detail that goes into it, and the thing that I always enjoyed most is the adage and the notion that we always had in all of our planning in the military was no plan survives contact with the enemy. But then being agile enough in terms of that preparation to have contingencies in place to be able to modify the plan. One of the analogies that I tend to use when I'm taking a workshop or giving someone advice on leadership is a really simple one, and it's this business between being a leader and a manager. And it's simply this, that if you imagine the guys at the front end of a jungle in the bush, and they're cutting their way through, it's the manager is that person who's just behind them, the one who's just giving the fine tunes, the directions here and there, and how they rotate through and keep the focus on cutting the way through. And then your leader is the person who's climbed to the top of the tree behind them to actually look and plan the route that they're going to take. So how diligent are you? How focused are you in terms of planning for success in your business? How good a navigator are you? Do you have a journey in mind in terms of where you intend to take the business? The law of navigation. Have a think about it. Again, always enjoy any comments that you may make with regards to your views and thoughts on this. And indeed, if any of you have actually read John Maxwell's book, let's give us some feedback on it. I think personally it's a fantastic book, easy to read, and one that relates to most people in terms of leadership. Till tomorrow, have a fantastic evening. I'm going to feed the fire right now and get some fuel on board. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.